That there have been gaping disparities in the remuneration of state officers and civil servants is not in dispute. Until the advent of the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, the government had been addressing the issue of remuneration in the public service through uncoordinated ad hoc committees and commissions, as well as collective bargaining agreements. Consequently, the gap between the president's pay, arguably the highest paid state officer, and that of the lowest paid civil servant had been widening to the extent that the difference was the most glaring internationally.
The advanced countries have their ratios averagely below 10%, while African countries have it at higher levels, with South Africa at 27%, Rwanda at 72.5%, and Kenya at the highest level of about 170%.
With this kind of disparity, the government's wage bill was becoming unsustainable. Currently, the government spends 457 billion shillings in payment of salaries, equivalent to 30% of the total budget. And since wages are paid out of revenue collected, a higher wage bill would make the economy vulnerable. A World Bank report shows that Kenya's wage bill to revenue ratio is again higher than the average ratio of the whole of Africa and also higher than the average in other continents. Countries in Europe are shown to have an average wage bill to domestic revenue ratio of 16%. It's with this background that SRC was mandated to ensure that the total public compensation bill was sustainable, while ensuring that the government was able to attract and retain a skilled workforce. To achieve this, SRC, with the assistance of consultancy firm Waterhouse Coopers, commissioned a job evaluation for all the state officers. With proper job evaluation, SRC was confident it would meet ethical and legal equal pay for work of equal value obligations as it embarked on harmonizing state officer salaries, contrary to claims floated by MPs infuriated by the new salary structure.
This is a rogue commission. I said here and I want to say again, to multiply 222 by 851,000 divided by 349 to get 541.4, even my 7-year-old daughter can do that.
The Commission further did a comparative research and analysis to appreciate international practices used in determining remuneration for state officers equivalent to those in Kenya. 9 countries spread across the globe, including 4 developed countries, 3 East African countries, 1 West African country, and 1 South African country, were sampled. Further, in determining the state officers' pay, SRC had to ensure the salary structure that was gazetted was affordable and sustainable, equitable and fair, competitive and transparent. In setting the salary structure, SRC had to ensure it complied with the Constitution, relevant national and international laws and treaties. The civil society argues that the Central Organization's Trade Union Secretary General's argument that SRC had contravened the international labor law with regards to members of Parliament's pay was flawed.
It would be a different matter if they were already in office and then there was an attempt to reduce a salary that already had. These are new officers. Some of the, did we have any senator prior to 2010? So what salary are we talking about?
But what really is the relationship between the SRC and the Parliamentary Service Commission?
In Finance Act 2012, Act 2263, Section 59B2, it requires that commission to bring anything they do here for approval. She never did that.
Under the Constitution, parliamentarians do not have the power to determine their own salary.
Besides the Parliamentary Service Commission representative, there is a representative of every category of state officers, including the Public Service Commission, the Judicial Service Commission, the Teachers Service Commission, the National Police Service Commission, the Defense Council, the Senate, a nominee from the trade unions, a nominee from an umbrella body representing the employers, and a nominee representing professional bodies, among others. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Weekend.